Hi guys, so in last two sessions we have discussed about big picture of Docker, container, Kubernetes and microservices. So now let's start installation part of Docker. So to brief about what is Docker, Docker is an engine which enable us to create container which called Docker container. So see, a virtual machine what we are doing on a server, we are putting hypervisor and top of that we are creating virtual machine, and this virtual machine are using all virtual resources like virtual disk, virtual CPU and all these things, and top of that we are installing our OS and running the apps. Now in Docker what we are doing on server, we installing our OS, and on top of that we install our Docker engine. Docker engine will come with Docker client and Docker daemon. We will discuss both term in details. Then we create container. So what this container does, it will use the OS resources and run the application. So you can see here it is like a operating system virtualization. Here we are doing hardware virtualization on virtual machine. Here we are doing operating system virtualization. Okay, because this container are using OS resources. Okay, so this is there's a brief about or difference between VM and Docker. So to install Docker, what I have created one virtual machine on my server. Okay, and I install Ubuntu. So if you don't know how to install Ubuntu, just Google through that, and it's very easy to install Ubuntu server. Okay, so this is my I'll just show you that which Ubuntu I'm using Ubuntu 16 something. I'll just so this is Ubuntu 16.04. okay, I install is a virtual machine only. Okay, so this is my Ubuntu servers. On top of this Ubuntu OS we will install. So what I done on a server, I created a virtual machine. Now on virtual machine we install an OS. Now on top of this OS we install Docker and run our containers. Okay, so I'm in my working directory. This is home Docker. This is my username. Now to install Docker, what you have to do, okay, this is the command sudo apt-get update. Run this. I have to give my password. Okay, this update command will run. Now done. Next is sudo apt-get install docker io. So just install, just give yes. So our Docker is installed. Okay, so in next session so our Docker is installed right now. Now let's now once Docker installed, you just check the Docker version. So command is docker version. Okay, so it's showing which version Docker you are using, server and client both. So server is nothing but engine, Docker engine, and client is like, so this server engine nothing but talk to OS. Okay, and this client is communicate with this engine. So when you are installing Docker, both client and server both install this thing called Docker engine. I'll show you a photo picture image and then let you know. Okay, now you can run this docker info command also. Will give you detail about this Docker. Okay, we run this docker image command. How many containers? 0, running 0, pause 0. So we don't have any containers, giving all the information about Docker. Okay, clear. So Docker is installed on Ubuntu. Now we want to run a container. So to run a container, we have to go docker run an image name. So I'm giving hello world a small image. So you run this docker image. So this image and all this thing will get from Docker Hub. Docker Hub is a registry. Okay, I'll just go Docker Hub. Click here. It's like a Play Store, like you have a mobile, Android mobile, we have Play Store. So you want to download any app or something, we just type in, just get install the app. Similarly, is a Docker Hub. Okay, so you just type hello world. Okay, so you find all this. So what it does, docker run hello world. So it will pull the image from Docker Hub. First is check if it's available locally in our system. If it's not there, it pull from Docker Hub, download it, and then run, then create the container. Okay, when you run this, see, unable to find image, okay, locally. So it's pull the Docker image from our Docker Hub, then is created a container, and then run this command. It just print hello from Docker and then exit it. So that way it will work. So docker run hello world. Okay, now we can check any. This is the command docker ps -a to check any container is there. So we have this container. This is a container ID. Image name is hello world, and is exited because it's run and completed the execution. Now this is time when it's created. Okay, this is docker info. Now you check docker info command, so it will tell you all the details like containers. One container is there which is in stop state and image is one. Okay, now there is a docker image command is there which will give image. So this hello world, and this is our image ID, and we created 7 days ago, and size it will give. Now you list docker ps -a. Now you want to stop a container, just is already in stop state, so it won't stop, but you want to stop this docker stop, then give the ID, container ID. If it returns something else, stop. You want to start again, docker start, then give that same container ID, it will start. Okay, now you want to delete a container, delete docker rm and image container ID, it will delete the container. Now we see docker ps -a, we do not have any container. You want now docker images, we have one image hello world. Okay, now you want to run again, docker run suppose hello world. So when we done first time, it pulled from Docker Hub, but now it already is available, it directly run, it is not pulling from Docker Hub. Now you type same docker ps -a, see it's created one container again. Now you want to delete this docker rm, delete the container because it's already in stop state. Then you run docker ps -a, we do not have any image. Now you go clear it, docker images, we have one image. You want to delete an image, you have to run docker rmi and give image ID. Okay, is remove. Now run docker images. Okay, we do not have image. So these are the basic command for to run the image or something. So what has happened, like I'll show you in picture. I'll show you in one image. Now, so this is our host. Okay, once you install Docker, it will install client and daemon. Engine is called daemon. Okay, the client is nothing but a shell to communicate with daemon, and daemon will use the communicate with OS. Okay, so when you're doing Docker run hello world, what this client is doing is client uh, telling calling some certain APIs to run a hello world container. So it will check like this image is already present in locally, is not present, it will pull from Docker Hub. Okay, it will pull from Docker Hub and start a container. Okay, this is the container started. So Docker is nothing but a public registry, default public registry. So it will always, something is not found locally, it will pull from that place. Okay, okay, so that way it will work. So we have on host, we install our Docker. It's a two part, client and daemon. Client will communicate with this daemon, and daemon will communicate with OS resources. When you're running anything on client, it will call daemon, and daemon will do all the thing. It's like the shell, like Unix shell is communicating with the kernel. So that way we do. Okay, so this is like how to install the Docker, and so I shown basic command. Later we'll discuss a lot of things. For this session, this much only. Thank you.